Papa Mundo. Testaroni, testaroni. Make sure that's up and running. Should probably listen to this just to make sure. Test, test, test. Listen to this just to make sure. Oh, there we go. We're all good. How you doing, folks? What's going on? Feel free to join me in the chat here. As we get cracking on another long overdue paint along. I was gonna say paint and chat, but this is a paint along. Actually, it's a catch up along. We're gonna do some catching up. Don't know much about painting today. Haven't painted in months. Yeah. Haven't worked on any projects. Well, I do have projects, though. Maybe we'll get into that, huh? Show off some goods from Christmas? How about that, huh? Yeah, we'll see. Okay, everything seems good here. Might see Kat today, bring her into the chat. See what she's got going on. So I'm not so alone here on the paint along. And wait for people to trickle in. This is the spur of the moment. Catch up stream. Oh. We'll see what happens. So let's see if I can get used to this again, because it's been a while. Everything looks okay. Stream looks good on YouTube. I look terrible. Absolutely terrible today. Absolutely. Look like I've aged about 50 years. Okay. Okay. Got the chats going on here. I don't know why it wants me to sign in there. Let me see, can I type a message here? Hello? Come on, pop up. Excellent. That works. I got a lot of injuries there too, don't I? Yeah. Got some injuries going on, I just noticed that. As we go into this long winter. Boy, is it cold, wet, icy everywhere. Ice, terrible. Just absolutely terrible. I don't know what we're going to do. Can barely get out of the house. Let me check something else here on the streamage. I forgot how to do this. Let's see. Live public. Blah blah. Let's go here. Because I need to monitor something that I can't on my OBS. Let's see. There we go. Yes. Let me do something else too. Since we got a slow start here. Slow startage. Let's see. Let's grab this. No, that ain't gonna work. Let me look somewhere else. Oh, I am sick. I do have a cold after 10 years of not being sick. I finally got a little sicky going. Oh. Crazy, isn't it? Just crazy. Let's do a copy. Okay. Let's go over to some of the old platforms here. Here. Da 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 da. You guys know I like to do these streams off the cuff, live, as it happens. Let's throw that over there and see what happens. What is all this? Oh. Okay, let me get out of this. Hey, look at the commercials in my stream. See what's going on over on Discords. Yeah, there's a little bit of noise in the background here as I got a heater on. Let's mute that so I don't hear myself talking. But anyway, folks, here we are, and it's been a long time. I don't think I've done a stream in at least 2 months, probably 3. So a lot has gone on, a lot has happened. I've got a lot more plans. My mind has become more focused on a lot of enjoyable things. Dealing with the hobby, we'll see what comes of that. I think it's good. I think it's healthy. Take long breaks from social media, which I have done. A very long break. Not a whole lot of incentive to come back on too quick either. But here I am today. Better set up my Discord here as well, because I'm going to have a guest join me. If I can remember how to do all this nonsense. Live. Paint and chat. Is that the one I click? Let me see, where am I think that's the one. Let's go in there. Hopefully everything's going to work out here. Let me pop over to the old Jeff Wesovich side of things. How you doing, Jess? Jeff Wesovich. I can't talk. I've totally lost my ability to speak English. How you doing, Jeff? How is everything? I returned for a little catch-up stream because that's the way I like to do it. More random stuff. I love the random stream. Spontaneous. Today we're being spontaneous, Jeff. Spontaneous. Do you hear me, Jeff? Spontaneous. Christmas was outstanding. I'll get into that in a minute, actually. Because this is kind of a catch-up stream. I'd like to talk about a bunch of different things. That would be one of them. I haven't celebrated Christmas in, 15 years? This was my first. So, let me me see, what was I about to do here? As I scan my OBS universe. How's the stream, by the way? Coming through good? Coming through goodage? Nothing too loud, too soft? Any dropped frameage? Anything insane, crazy? I do have a cold. After a decade of cold-free, disease-free, I finally got one. That's what happens when there's kids running around. Petri dishes! So yeah, I picked up a minor, inconvenient cold of sorts. A little bit of the throat, a little bit of the lungs going on, and a little bit of the drippage up here in the Nostradamus. Yeah, a little bit of that going on. That's about it. Nothing major. Had it for, 5 days now? Eesh. But we're getting through it. We're pushing on through. Doused myself in alcohol and Lysol and everything under the sun, and I still managed to get a sickie. Yeah, well, okay. It's probably a good idea to get sick once in a while. I don't want to die of something minor. My immune system just does taking a vacation for 10 years. It's all good with me. What was I doing? I was going to do something here. Good to see how you been, Jeff, by the way. How is everything? Doused with alcohol. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing. Back, you nasty children. Back. Not sure what I was going to do. No, I don't remember what I was going to do. Let us go over here and turn on the virtual camera. I'm going to have Kat join me today. As I sniffle. I got the camera going. Got the voice going. Should be good. Alright, let me bring that up on the screen. She's not here yet, but we'll bring her in when the time is right, I think. Let's see. Where would it be? Actually, it should pop up as soon as she gets in here. I don't see it. Yeah, it was a good good Christmas. I haven't celebrated in a long time. But I finally have family to celebrate it with. And it went fairly well. And actually bought presents, if you can imagine. Received a few as well. Including a brand new phone. From, of all things, my 9-year-old niece. Check that out. Let me get that off the screen. You can't see past that thing. What is that anyway? There we go. Yeah, pretty nice. It's a Galaxy S15. It's one of those newer ones that came out. 2025. She had it. She gave it to me. So I got that. Plus my old phone. So I'm good with the phones. Camera. This camera's great on this thing. So yeah, that's got me focused on making some more videos. I haven't had a decent camera in years. So yeah, that phone right there has got a really, really nice camera on it. It'll serve my purposes for videos. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. A bit of hype there because of the phone. Working on Ye Old Bordino, Order of Battle. You are. Nice Flames of War basing. I don't know why I had that picture up. Yeah, I got my Flames of War stuff all done. I never really showed them off. Maybe I'll show some of them. I got a fantastic present from my good friend Andrew Noble over in the Shetlands. Among other things, he sends me a care package every year. In this case, 2 care packages. But this year he went beyond. And maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but he sent along the complete speed paint set from Army Painter. The complete. It's sitting here right next to me. These babies go for $400. 400 USD dollar. It's like, Andrew, what are you doing to me? So that blew me away once again. And he bought that. He didn't get it discounted from some friend that's in the industry. He bought that on Amazon. US, had it sent my way. So, Andrew, if you're out there, kudos once again for another fantastic gift giving. So I'll show that off. I'm pretty stoked over that, Max. Max, I'm stokaged. You understand me? Stokaged. Can't get enough of it. Borodino, howdy, Legion. Wow. That paint set is nice. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Totally didn't expect that. It's got everything in it besides brushes. I think it says complete, so it's probably all the paints. I got all the metallics. I got everything. Big tub of speed paint medium. Yeah, 2.0, baby. Pretty nice. He knows I've been asking for it on the streams. I've been not that set, but I've been wanting to get it more into speed paints, so there he goes. Sounds like you have a cold. 'Tis the season, you know. You were the second one to pick up on that. Does it really sound that obvious? Yes, I do. After 10 plus years of going disease free, I finally touched the petri dish. And now I'm paying the price. It's not so bad, though. Not so bad. I have it for 5 days. It's not so bad. I figure it's, whatever. You know, it's good to get the old immune system. Give it a little workout now and then. You know, it's okay. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Kids in the house. So that happens. In fact, I better blow my nose. And there we go. How you been, Max? How has life been treating you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Long time. Dented helmet. I see you peeking in. So you're ready to hit the paint bench again after the hiatus? I will be. Greetings. Yeah, I will be. Like I said, this was a pretty... Oh, what's that? Somebody calling me? The dreaded potential spam. Let's kill that. Got a cold down in the pond. Boy, there's the number 3. Is it that freaking obvious? Come on. I have to change my voice a little bit? Get a little more higher pitched, maybe? Maybe it's that low voice, the raspiness that gives it away, doesn't it? Let's tell a tale. I wonder how my voice will work. Doing some narration here. Void Admiral, renegade war fleets. New factions rise, others are crushed. Long live tyranny. How's that? Huh? How's that with this new voice I got going on here? Huh? Good narrative voice? I should run some more games locally. Gotta go down at the pond. Nah, I got a minor little thing from one of the... Well, my niece, to be specific. Always busy, says Legion. Watching from work. You are. Back at it, I see. I have to lurk. Not supposed to be on YouTube right now. Oh, you rascally rascal, you. Good to see you back. It's good to be back and catch up on things. Hopefully I'll be back in regularity soon. I've taken about 3-4 months off. Still haven't finished the buildings I was working on. They're sitting over there. That was my last stream. But I am going to finish them. You two finally told me about one of your streamage. Yeah, how do you like that? Then it chimes in. Any updates on the Dragonbane game of by chance? No pressure, just wondering. Oh, yes, I'll be back at it. We'll be back at it. I haven't changed my what's the word? I haven't changed my prerogatives. Maybe that's it. Yeah, regarding my role-playing games. I'll probably have to read the damn rule book again. Because it's been a while. But it's an easy game. And nothing else has changed. So, yeah, I should probably grab my Flames of War stuff and show them off here too. Prerogatives. Now, so, let me see what's going on here first. I have to look at the stream here. Not that one. This one? Yeah, this one. Okay, so I had my first Christmas in about 15 years. I don't celebrate Christmas, really. I haven't celebrated Christmas in that length of time because, you know, I celebrate Yule, as a lot of you guys know, which is slightly different. Different timing. Slightly different aesthetic. And more meaningful to me. But I have a lot of good memories for Christmas. The holiday. So I have no trouble celebrating it. Which I did. And the reason for that is because now, for the first time in about 15 years, I've got family here. So I was able to do that right here from the alcove itself. Had a tree, the whole thing. And it was quite enjoyable. So I hope that's the start of something new that I can continue with. A lot of nostalgia for me. So I did that. I actually blew all my money on presents. There's the bad side of things, but yeah, I bought presents, got some presents too. I got a new phone, I got the paint set, I got some things here and there. Jeez, I can't remember. I got my lovely cup here. Did you guys know that I am a member of the Cool Uncle Club? That's right, that's right. Compliments of my niece Opal. You all remember Opal from the streams? Who knows, maybe we'll see her pop in. And Jacob. That rascal didn't get me anything either. He's got his present down there for he hasn't got me anything. I just remembered that. Wow, Jacob. Didn't get me nothing. Wow. Got him something. I'll have to bring that up. He says it's down at his house. Oh, okay. So there's that. So that was a big deal for me. And, of course, for the past, 3-4 months, I haven't done any painting. No hobby stuff. I took advantage of the fact that, you know what? My life is extremely evolving right now. Extreme evolvement. Which it is. So I had to step back from the whole streaming thing, the painting, everything. I just can't. I can't do it. I'm not going to be able to focus. And you know what? I needed it. So I don't think I've ever taken a break as thorough or perhaps as long as that. I mean, from the whole thing, painting, everything. And I must say it was good. It feels really good to step back out of that. I had a lot of late night campfires. Like every other night I'm down there doing my thing. Built a nice new campfire in the back. So that was great. Can't do it now. I could, but I'm not going to do it. It's way too cold. But so that was the thing. I had a lot of good time to myself, getting away from the digital world, which again I think we all need to do. It's so good. It feels so good. And yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been at. But I said to myself, you know what? I'm getting the itch, for games and painting again. Because that's what happens, right? And it's got me hyped about a bunch of different things. A new attitude, a new perspective on games as well, which is great. Like I said, I'm always evolving when it comes to games, whether it's role-playing or... It's primarily role-playing because it's so involving mentally as opposed to just the painting and miniatures, history and war games. But role-playing is very mentally involved. So there's a lot of evolvement there. Evolvement. I like that word. And it's good. It feels good to have a different take on things or to look at things fresh and new and approach things a little bit different. You guys know I've spent years trying to grasp where I set in the RPG hobby. You know, I try this, I try that, I get the nostalgia, I get the old school, I get the new school. I've done so many different things, I don't know where I set anymore. It's good to step back and maybe try and see things through a different window in this house, these walls that we're surrounded with. You know, look through a different window this time and see what I see. And I've kind of done that. Not that anything has greatly changed, but it's good to know your perspective on things. So there is that. And I'm excited to come back and see what lies ahead. I still have some plans for some games that I was working on before I took the break. Dragonbane. Because it's just good, solid fun, with a tinge of nostalgia to it. Dracharachtemaner all the way. So I'm a big fan of that. They got some new release products coming out for it, including the original setting, Trunkvang or whatever it was called, I can't remember. And some new source books, supplemental books, which is nice because the game really needs it. That was one of my complaints. So that's what's going on there. I'm still waiting on Trevor's game. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Broken Empires? Is it Broken Kingdoms or Broken Empires? I'm still waiting on that. He's a perfectionist, so it's taking a little extra time. You know what? Take your time. As I mentioned before, his game hits just about every button for me. Pretty much every button for me. Which I won't go into here, but yeah. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So it's worth waiting for me. And I've been toying around with some other things like, what's that old classic? Adventures Dark and Deep. Which I didn't know about until late this year, 2025. That's a game I didn't know anything about. Somebody mentioned it months ago, and I finally looked into it. So, oh, God, that's right up my alley. So I've been reading up on that for a while, wondering if that's what I've been looking for years, for that AD&D feel. I don't know. But it's an option. And I don't know what else regarding the RPGs. I don't know. Whoops, I shouldn't hit that. Let me close this again. Whoopsies. Where is this? This is what I want. And what else? I gave away my copy of Adventures Dark and Deep, my big giveaway, last year. I generally liked it, but it was just another AD&D version I didn't need. Yeah. Big ol' somebody's house rules, right? A lot of people would say that. I don't know what it is with me. I've had time to think about this and ponder, but I'm not a fan of level-based games. I've discovered that. Okay? I don't like level-based games. I like skill-based games. I don't like classes. I like archetypes at best. I'm in that school, right? That's if I was going to play something serious for years to come, it would be a classless, levelless, skill-based game for whatever, including fantasy. I've discovered that about myself. That's what I would want to do. But being an old fart from back in the day and raised on things like D&D and AD&D, that's what I was raised on. I have some nostalgia for that the classless, levelless thing won't capture. So I've got that, and I like that nostalgia. I guess as you get older, you get more nostalgia-oriented. So I've got this other side of me that, you know what, I still want to play that level-based class game of AD&D like, just because. I'm that way. Max, you're probably not. You're tired of it, and you said it many times. But I'm that way. I've become that way, I'd say, in the last maybe 5 years. So I'm kind of always keeping my eye on something that would be perfect and tickle my fancy that's old school. And, you know, I'm always looking at things. You guys know that. And thinking about them. Oh, this would be great, you know. Axe. Blah, blah, blah. I can't even think of them all, but, you know, for various reasons. And I like this AD&D, Adventures Dark and Deep, that is. I like his approach, and I like how he's doing it. I kind of like what he's done, and the art and everything else. So maybe that's a route for me. I don't know. It's expensive, but it's on the radar too, for whatever it's worth. So I can have that side of me. Osric, that's the other one. I tried Osric a little bit. I don't know, that didn't work for me. Denton Helmet. AD&D Richard Cologne use Osric. I like both. What I don't like is when people try to ham-fist skills into a class-based game, or when people take the same skills every single time in a skill-based game. Yeah. It's never perfect. Ugh. Oh, what's that other classic game that I absolutely adore because of its nostalgia and uniqueness? And that is Hyperborea. That I like a lot, Max. I will forever be a big fan of that, but it's because of the setting. I think that's the main reason people like it. I just like that. I know you're a little iffy on it, but I'm a big fan of that. And that's something I do want to play. Squirrel was kind enough to send me like his entire collection. Plus I went out and I bought the newest books. And it just, I feel like I got to do this. I'm in it to win it now. I still haven't done so. But that's something I've definitely got to play. Just because it does a lot of things. And who knows, maybe that game right there is my nostalgia. Maybe that'll be it for me. You know, elves and dwarves be damned. I'm a big fan of sword and sorcery. Yeah, when I'm not playing with kids, with friends. Wait a minute, why did I say kids? Let me read that, Dennet Helmet. When not playing with friends, people tend to min-max a lot. They create the meta builds often. Oh, I hate that. Hyperborea is my favorite OSR game, period. Not so much in the setting, floating around Saturn. But I love the classes and general rules. Yeah, I agree. It's got a certain simplicity. especially the new Hyperborea version. A little bit complicated the combat was back in the previous version, which you can still play with. I like that idea. I love complication. You know I do. Yeah, it's a really good game. And it's got a lot of good support on Foundry. So I'd be easy to run it for folks in my classic style. Online. So yeah, that's what's going on in my head in the RPG circus. And I'm pretty stoked about Free League. You know, Free League, hands down, has got to be one of my favorite companies. But they've got a lot of stuff kicking around. Of course, the Dragonbane stuff. They're finally actually coming out with some new material for the game, which, like I said, is much needed, including the old campaign, the system that was so popular back in the day. That's like a must-have for me. It's got the Magic Update source book, which it greatly needed, and then it's got that city setting book, which really is what I've been looking for a setting, because I have never run a city campaign. No Greyhawk City, no Lankmar. I'd never run a city-based campaign, and I've been thinking about doing just that, among other things, countless other things. But that's something that's been on my list. And this is a nice source book that might be perfect for something like Dragonbane. Easy rules, old school feel. Let's do a city-based thing. I could jump right into that and see where it takes us. So that's a possibility. Of course, I haven't bought these books. I don't even know if they're available yet. But I don't know. The city thing is something I've never done, and I'd like to do that. And you got their new version of Alien coming out, which is something I'd also like to play again. Bring Max into it because he's a big fan of the cosmic, not really cosmic horror. That's Cthulhu. Free League is getting annoying, however. All the updates to the games, example Aliens, Coriolis, starting to feel like money grabs. It is. It's a business. We'll see. I really enjoy the rulebook for Dragonbane, which I recently purchased. Oh, you got the rulebook then at home. Excellente. The best deal would be to get the box starter set. You get a ton of good stuff in that for the price. You get the rulebook, the campaign, adventure book, a lot of other good stuff. I liked it so much, I got 2 copies. 2 copies. 2 of everything. Dice, everything. Forbidden Lands, there's another game I'd love to play. That would be another game. A little bit different style of play with the setting and the way it works with the legacy style game. But it's got a good old school feel to it as well. Got that as well. Forbidden Lands is great. Yeah, you like that Forbidden Lands? So maybe we could do that as well. Duty calls, says Max. I'll try to be back. Okay, Max, I'll linger on here for a little bit. You take care of yourself, my friend. It's been a long time. Max, Legion of Myth, everybody. Check out his channel. He's got good conversations over there. They get heated and controversial at times, but always cool and cool. I almost said mundane. Cool and tame. Tame, is that a good word? I don't know about that one. But definitely cool. Cool. Sign in to chat. Gotta run, says Jeff. Thanks for joining me today, Jeff. I appreciate it, man. Good to hear from you guys as well. Legion of Myth got himself another subbage. Old Max is a good friend of mine. He's been in a few of my game sessions I run. We had some good fun. He was in my main campaign for a short while. So yeah. The Maxipod monster. We should see Cat drop in. I'll bring Cat in. I think she said about an hour. Another news. Non-game related. Got the water pump brand new put in. Couple months back. $3,000 it cost us. $3K. I paid about $1,100 of that. So yeah, that happened. So we got water. Still got to get the water heater. So there's a lot coming along. Still didn't do anything with the roofage. Couldn't. Had to do a focus on the water. Oh, what did that message say? How's the stream? Is it still working pretty good? No problemos? I got it on my phone here, so looks okay to me. So far. I guess miniature game wise, I got my Flames of War stuff all painted. You guys knew that. I haven't really showed it off. I'll probably make a video now that I can make videos with my new phone. But I did get it all done. Looks fantastic. Jake painted the terrain piece. He's excited to play. I haven't played. He's anxious to play, but I have not managed to get even a single game in. Just too much going on here to be able to do anything hobby related. But that will change. Lots of snow over your way. Yes, it's kind of melted. It's turned into ice now. It's terrible. We got quite a bit and more on the way. Yeah, that's what I hear. We got a lot of ice. We had quite a bit of snow, and then we had a day and a half of 40-degree weather, and of course it all melts. And that night it went into a 21-degree deep freeze. So yeah, just crazy, right? So, and we're out of salt, so it's like a sheet of ice along the whole front of the house here. And I haven't done anything but throw down some boards. I could throw dirt down and stuff. Gotta get some salt. I used the last of it the other day. So that's the real thing right now. The problem is the iceage. So yeah, I got the Flames of War stuff, the starter box for Hit the Beach, all done. Still haven't done the decals on the vehicles, but all the infantry and the anti-tank guns, the terrain, that's done. I still have 2 buildings I'm working on, which you guys remember I was working on months ago. And I still have them over there somewhere. And I have to finish those. And they turned out really good. More on that soon. So there is that. That's all I've been thinking about with miniatures right now. I'm still thinking about 40k kill team. Just because it's easy to get into. It'd be great for Jake. And I haven't really thought about anything beyond that. Maybe, of course, my Triumph, my ancient stuff, but that goes without saying. I haven't done anything, so it's hard to think of something new that I haven't already said. But one thing I did get in for Christmas was I got the complete set for Army Painter's speed paints, which I've been talking about repeatedly on my streams, how much I was getting into them. And of course, my good friend Andrew Noble from the Shetlands was kind enough to send me just that. He sent me the complete set, which is a $400 item. Insane. And he spent that too. He got it on Amazon US, and it's sent to me. Pretty crazy. I've shared pictures. I'm going to share the video camera now, so you guys can see it in all its glory. So I haven't really dug into it. I've opened it. It's got plenty of extra sleeves in it to hold additional paints. And guess what? Since I already have a whole bunch of speed paints, I made use of them. So I got a lot of speed paint sitting in this box. Comes with little trays to hold the paints. And look at this. Look at this insanity. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. I had to sneeze there. Had to sneeze again. But yeah, look at all that. Isn't that not beautiful? So you can see it has these trays here that pop out, and they hold 10 paints. And it came with a bunch of extra ones, which I promptly filled up with my other paints. So yeah, this is full. All the colors I need, brother. I could do my historicals, my fantasy, my sci-fi, everything. I don't know what is in here, honestly. I never really looked at it. It says complete, so I'd assume that's everything, but I'm sure they're coming out with new paints. But yeah, what a great start. It's Andrew Noble, man. He's been sending me care packages for years now. Among other things, he sent me a famous Terry's chocolate orange as well. There's a backstory for that. Some of you guys might remember that Terry's chocolate orange that I was craving at one point, never tried. He was the one to send it to me, so I actually got to experience a Terry's chocolate orange. And it was fantastic. I loved it. So I'm going to make it a Christmas tradition. I hope to. My niece didn't like it, so that was a letdown for her, but I loved it. Of course, the material, new bottles. Painting guide, spray paint dip, done. Is it a sticker? Some kind of sticker here. A speed paint tutorial. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the speed paints. So, wow, look at that. Complete range, 216. Did I get all that? There can't be that many. I think there's like 70 some. But, well, this is the war paints. This ain't the speed paint. Right? Yeah, I think that's their war paints. Complete range. That's pretty massive. That I don't have. But yeah, that's not the speed paint. So there it is. Pretty nice, huh? And honestly, more than anything, that has really motivated me. Like nothing else. As you can imagine, right? That's got me motivated to get painting again and doing things, so. Yeah, so kudos to Andrew Noble, my good friend from the Shetlands. Some of you guys might remember him from the back in the day with me, him, and Ian having some chats late into the night, a lot of which were streamed. And he's got a lot going on too. I've motivated him once again to get back into painting. So he's, after selling off all his stuff, he's back to buying some stuff to paint. He wants to enjoy painting as opposed just to the wargaming. So yeah, that's what I got there. Very generous indeed, Dennett, ain't it? It just blows me away every year. DBA how-to vids. Picked up the soft cover to learn to play. My how-to vids? I think I did a review. I don't remember doing how-to. But my discussion vids on it are kind of like a how-to in a way. You might be thinking of somebody else. I don't think I did any how-tos. I did with L'Art de la Guerre. I did do a how-to on that. Quite a bit more on the way. That's nice. I do have some DBA videos, though. I don't know if I did a bat rip, but I did do a review. I remember the review. And, boy, that was a long time ago. That might have been 12 years ago. Version 3 of DBA. Which, at the time, was perfect for me because I was just getting back into the hobby, particularly Ancients gaming. And DBA, man, that fit the bill. Played it quite a bit when it first came out. And then quickly moved on to DBM. Then disappeared from the hobby, come back, got DBA 3, and yeah, started playing again. So that was the most I actually played DBA. Wrote some campaign rules. Had it on my vlog, or my blog rather, on Blogger. Had a blog there going on. Actually posted my campaign rules there for it. I don't know where those files went. And that was the extent of it. You know, I moved on, did some L'Art de la Guerre after that, which I found very enjoyable. We played some online games of L'Art de la Guerre. And honestly, I think I prefer that. There's two Ancients rules that I really enjoyed. One is Triumph, and the other one is L'Art de la Guerre. Now there's a new edition of L'Art de la Guerre. Some people say L'Art de la Guerre is a little bit boring. And it can be, because it's the way its combat is resolved. There's no outcome moves. And if you're a DBX fanatic like I am, you want outcomes. Oh, it's all about outcomes. Pushbacks, follow-ups, and all that stuff. It doesn't have any of that. It replaces it with a very boring and simplistic mechanic of attrition. Every base or unit can take so many hits before it is essentially removed. I mean, talk about boring. It just sits there and takes losses until it's removed. That's it. Some people don't like that. But it's simple enough and perfect for competitive play. And it's okay, really. If you get by that, it's okay. There is retreats, I think, to some extent, but I think it's like light cavalry that can retreat. But there's no outcome moves outside of that, really. But it's got great details in the army creation and scenario and army makeup and the way combat modifiers work. Very simple, but lots of good chunky stuff that I like. Crunch. So it's a great game, I think. I enjoy Lark to the Care. Don't get me wrong. And I made a series of videos on playing it. I think. I did a review. I also did one or two videos of how to play it and I actually demonstrate the game as I play. I played Impetus, of course, made tons of videos for that. That was way back. I was just getting back in the hobby back in 2012. But I haven't played that in years. Very helpful. Thanks, Dented. I have to check out for a while to get some work done before my folks get home. Alright, Dented Helmet. Good to see you back on, Fritz. It's good to be back. I caught you up on most of what's going on here. Still some little things here and there, I'm sure, but yeah. Appreciate you popping in. Keep me a little distracted from the craziness that surrounds me here. I definitely appreciate it. I should have something else to do here, but I don't really. But I will say, what else? With the miniatures, gaming stuff. Let me grab some of the miniatures actually and show you guys. So yeah, this is what Jake did. There's a little Dusty sitting here. As usual, the basing is top notch. He did the camouflage and everything. That's beast terrain for the game. And we got some infantry. My old camera could not do justice to these things. And that's the reason why I didn't post any pictures. I've been using a very old camera. I still use it for the phone service, but it's garbage. The camera's terrible. And that's a big reason why you guys haven't seen any videos from me. I've made a few. Some of my most recent videos you've seen. I think I did one for Oathmark, some Oathmark and stuff. That's with a horrible camera. And I had to fight with that to keep it in focus and blah blah blah. So now I've got a full-on, more up-to-date phone with a way better camera. So I'm going to be back to making videos and taking proper pictures, just like I used to. Took me long enough, right? So yeah, I got that going on. So I figure I'll show some of these guys off to you now in the stream, because I haven't really shown them off. I don't know how good they're going to come out, since I got autofocus on. Might not come out the way I want it to. There we go. Got a pack 40 there, looking all good. Yeah, just the stuff that came with the box. There it is. I didn't paint the rod on it, the red and white rod. There's some of the infantry. I think there's metal guys in here. I think. So I thought I had lost some of the infantry, the plastic infantry, so I dug into my collection that I have of unpainteds and pulled out some metals to replace them. And I think this one has a couple metal guys. And later I found the missing plastic models, so I actually do have them. There's a little command base of Germans. Come on. Over here! Over here! Still! There they are. Looking all good. And a Panzer Schreck. These are plastics. One of my hang-ups about Flames of War bases was the beveling going on the plastic bases, and I did use the plastic bases, but I removed the beveling by simply texturing where the bevel part was, so it just goes straight up. Because I hated the fact that I could not pick up these bases very well without actually just grabbing the miniatures. Now I could grab these bases from the base edge, no problem. I like it that way. I prefer the edges on my bases. I don't like this beveling nonsense. You can see it right there. It's got a nice edge to it. And that's just spackling. I just built it up. And I could still use the plastic bases. Another command base. Much more my cup of tea. Panzerfaust in there. Yeah. So there's some of the bases. Let me show some of the airborne, U.S. airborne. Because they actually came out pretty nice too. Let me turn this off so I don't waste my... battery. I can find them here. Bazooka. Yeah, the airborne came out pretty nice too. Not a big fan of the plastics at all. That's pretty exciting. News from Battlefront. They're going to be getting into the American Civil War. Flames of War style. I'm actually interested in that. I'm keeping my eye on it. Because I am a big fan of the mechanics of Flames of War. I always thought it would be kind of cool to see it with different periods. They've done it with World War I, Moderns, and World War II. I think it would work for... Well, I'll be curious to see how it works for something like 19th century, mid-late period. That's going to be interesting. Okay, here we got some airborne. No speed paints on these. These are all acrylic paints. Awesome. They look great. Look at that. My encoder is overloaded. I gotta fix that. Is that a little bush there? Yeah, so there's the Americanas. And there's a platoon of these guys. With all the extra goodies like the bazookas, MGs, and the infantry. So there's a platoon of those guys. And then the Germans, I've got 2 platoons. MG rifle troops, I think. And 2 Pack 40s. 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. So that's what came with the starter set. Which that was my project. So that's all done. Extra bases. So that's pretty much what I've done with miniatures gaming right now. And I'm excited to get back into it. Got my table all set up in there. It's been a while since we played anything, me and Jake. And Jess, but I hope to, in the spring, be able to open up the room and get back in there and doing some stuff. So by then, you guys will be seeing some battle reports of whatever. Could be some Ancients with Triumph. It could be some 40k. Could be some... it'll definitely be some Flames of War. And Jake is also interested in doing a giant robot game. I have several sets of rules I'm fiddling through. Gonna do some 3D printing with that, building up some armies, and we're gonna see what we can do with that. So that'll be something else fun we can do. Might see some Void Admiral coming up as well. One of my favorite Starship games. So all these things that I've been toying around with, printing and painting and working on. 2026, I think for sure, we're going to see some new bat reps coming from Fritz. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll see how I get back into it. Hopefully it'll turn out pretty good. So that's the story of miniatures. That's the story of the miniatures. On the miniatures front. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. The story of the miniatures? I don't know. What else? Board games are pretty much where they've been when I left them. Still anxious to play them again. I love my board games. Some more on that. We'll see what happens. La, 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 la. Yeah. What do we got here in the chat? I don't see Kat coming in. She's late if she is coming in. What about you guys? What about you guys? Any news? Anything to report? Anything exciting in the hobby that I might have missed? How about that? I could certainly miss something. Not sure what my next painting project will be. Like I said, I haven't really thought about it too much. But I'm not sure it'll be Flames of War. I think I'll do something different. And that I'm not sure of. Could be a lot of different things. Could be my 40K. Depends. I think when I get myself back into the flow, it'll crystallize for me. So I'll have more news on that as well. I know a lot of you guys have been working on your stuff. Boy, I can't believe winter's just starting. Last year we did a winter warmer challenge, which is pretty successful. I didn't post the results of it though. I kept a record of them. I still have them, but I never posted the results like I said I would, which is a shame. But such is life. Getting people to get their projects done is just like pulling teeth, man. I don't know why. But it was. My big reason for not doing them on a regular basis. Is there anything else? There's some painting going on here. Oh, this poor guy. Let me dust him off real quick. He got damaged. My favorite guy. And he was my favorite guy because he was pointing. And sure enough, he broke. And what do you think broke? No, not the hand pointing. The finger pointing. The finger smashed right off and disappeared. So, I put him in on the table here to get some much needed repairs. Gonna have to use some green stuff. And I'm gonna sculpt me a finger. As you can see that white thing right there in his hand. Right there. That's the missing finger location. Boy, did that tick me off. Gone. Might as well be a fist. But I like that pointing finger. So, begolly, I'm gonna sculpt a little tiny finger. Put it on there. Sure. That's my story and I'm sticking with it. Well, let me see if Cat is going to come on or not. If she's not coming on, I'm just going to disappear here. I can't be doing this, Cat. Where is she? Right there. She's busy doing something. Well, she's not home. She'll be home in an hour, she said. How long have I been streaming? A little over an hour. She underestimated, I think. What are we at here? 1 hour and 23 minutes? Yeah. Alright, we'll see. What else can I mention? That's pretty much it. That's a little update on my life and what's been going on. I haven't disappeared permanently. I think I needed to come on and do a little stream for you guys. Let you know what's happening. My channel is still alive. And I'm pretty excited. I'm glad I got a camera now to start getting back into videos. So that's pretty motivating. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Bat reps. So what I'll probably do is see if I could take some more proper pictures of these figures here and put them up on my YouTube there, so you can see some actual photographs of them, or for you guys that miss it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So stay tuned. Hang in there. Ideally, I want to actually update my streams, change the format and frequency. I want to change a lot of things, actually. There's a lot of things churning in my head about how I'm going to do these streams in the future and do my videos, in fact. Do everything for my channel. I've done a lot of thinking about that aspect of the hobby of mine. And I'm not going to give away too much. Not that I have a lot of secret stuff, but that, you know, some of it I haven't discovered what I'm going to do yet. But there's definitely going to be more, and it's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, so hang in there, folks. Still going to do my board games, my miniatures, my painting, my streams, my battle reports, and all that good stuff. So yeah, there is that. With speed paints. So I think I'm going to log out of this. I don't see her coming on. New squalor. New squalor. I am here. Been stuck on the couch. Couch? The last 84 minutes with a baby sleeping on me. Good to hear from you, man. It's been a while. You changed your name here to New Squalor. Kind of threw me off, but that little fedora gives you away. Good to see you're back. Clydage. Yep, exactly. Hey, good to hear from you, Clyde. I'm alive. Things have been going on. A lot of stuff. Positive stuff. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I saw your work you've been doing, painting there, showing off some pictures. So it's good to see everybody else is keeping alive and doing stuff too. That's good. Hopefully I can get over this damn cold. Alright folks, I'm going to leave it at that. I appreciate you guys. Grateful for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, catching up on stuff, and for you guys watching later to see what's going on in Fritz land, the alcove. I don't know why I keep saying the alcove. I don't go by the GM's alcove anymore. I can't remember the name of my channel. What is the name of my channel? Forge and Brush. That's what it is. Wargaming Creations. Yeah. Got some of those Army Painter speed paint pens to try out later. Oh, you got the pens. Them I haven't tried. They'll be next on the list. I'll be curious how they get along. The Fritz Fortress. I like that one too. Fritz Fortress. Yeah. Cheers to you, Squalor. I'll have to get used to the new name here. Squalor. Clyde. Anyway, thanks for joining in. I'll see you guys soon. So you never know. I might pop in tomorrow again. Maybe get things going. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care, Clyde, everybody else. And we'll talk to you soon. Let me go to my outro. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom.